All right, today we're working on this 2008 Toyota 4Runner, and he called us out because he's getting noise, and the brakes were making noise from the rear even when he wasn't applying the brakes. So I did go ahead and get this rotor off, but these things are a little tricky. So it took me a little bit of effort to get this one off because when you go to pull it, these shoes are locked in to the inside of the drum. There's not enough room to yank it because these things just hold on and pull. And if you yank it, you're going to stretch out all the hardware that's down inside here. And so these things can break and they can stretch. And then when you put it back together, you'll get like a clickety-click sound when these things hit on them. We've had to fix the parking brakes before because of that reason in the past. We're trying to avoid having to do that today. So I had to use this little hole. And when you have this rotor on, one of these other holes will line up with that hole, right? But basically, when you line the hole up right, you can see there's a little gear in behind here. I'll look up underneath so you can see there's a gear underneath. So you have to get your screwdriver, and I, in this case, had to push it down a couple times with the screwdriver, and it pulled these shoes in a little bit, allowed me to remove this. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side for you guys, and you'll just watch as it goes, because many of you who have had to work on these before knows you may have gotten to this point where you got the bracket off of the rotor, but now it's stuck. You can't pull on it hard enough because the parking brake shoes are touching on the inside of the rotor. So only two of these rotors holes actually line up, or two of these holes on the rotor will line up with the other holes behind it so that you can see the actual gear. Now you'll have to probably shift this to line one of these up with the other holes to find that little gear, but this goes all the way through. So when you do finally find the gear, you might have to, it might take a little bit of searching. I had to get a light, and really took a little bit of searching to find the hole, or to get the hole lined up with the gear. So I got a little light here, and I just shine it inside there to try to find where the gear is, and once we locate it, then we can adjust it. So I may have to twist this rotor a few times. Okay, so we're just twisting this ever so slightly till we can find the gear inside there. Now you gotta line up the light just right so you can see inside. So it's really tricky. Okay, so I think I located the gear, and now I take my screwdriver and put it in there and just push a couple times. Now as I'm pushing it down, I can actually feel the rotor coming looser. And now that it's looser, I just yank it off, and there we go. So see, if you look through here, there's the gear. Let me get under here so you can see better. There is the gear, and this hole is just lined up enough so I could push it down. I pushed from top to bottom, and that loosened it. So when I put it back on, I'm probably going to tighten it up a bit by pushing it the opposite direction so it touches on the inside of the rotor. So now that we got that done, we'll go ahead and finish the rest of this job.